with this one, then you can probably already quote this verse. No temptation that sees you except what is common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted above what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you'll be able to stand up under it.
That's all right.
What is he simply saying? He's simply saying that nothing is ever going to happen to you.
That's right.
That you and God can't handle.
That's right.
That you may not be able to handle it.
Amen.
But nothing is going to happen to you that you and God can't handle.
That's all right, book.
God is faithful. What did he say? He said he promised you that nothing you will ever encounter will be too heavy for you to bear.
Amen.
All right.
Now I know we go through life thinking and saying things like, I just don't know if I can handle this. I've been through so much, I just don't know if I can handle one more thing. Well, see, I got news for you. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care how many struggles, trials, circumstances, situations, problems you are in right now. And even if the bottom falls out again tomorrow, don't you ever, as a child of God, say, I don't know if I can handle it.
Amen.
Because if you are a child of God,
Yes, sir.
God ain't gonna put nothing on you
Yes, sir.
that you can't bear.
Amen.
Now that don't mean God will remove it. Let me clear that up.
All right. All right.
Because see, sometimes we want God to remove things. Don't.
Yes, sir.
We want God to actually move the problem, move the mountain, God, clean out of our way. See, you ought not be praying for God to remove the mountain. Ask God to give you the strength to either climb it, go around it, or dig under it.
That's right. That's what's up.
But he can remove it. But he may not want to remove it.
Amen.
He may want you to go through some things to better yourself. See, God already knows. He knows He's going to put no more on you than you are able to bear. So when you make the statement, I just don't know if I can handle one more thing. You can't handle one more thing. But my God can. And I'm going to trust Him because He's faithful. He said He ain't going to do it. Put no more on me. I'm just going to simply believe it. Now there may be times you come with it. And you'll feel like, Lord, what else can happen? So you may not have seen nothing yet.
That's right.
You may think you in the furnace. But the heat could be turned up 7 times higher.
Yes.
Always remember that. If you ever in life feel like you in the fiery furnace, that things are just happening one after another. And then we sing the old slogan, the old icon, when it rains, seems like it pours. Just one thing after another. I just can't get my head above water. Seems like every time I take one step forward, I take 2 backwards. See, we feel like that sometimes. But I want you to learn to trust God. Well, why should I trust Him? You trust God because He's faithful. And He's promised me that He's not going to put any more on me than I can bear. But He will also make a way. He'll make a way. He'll provide a way for me to make it through. Now, I may not see it. I may not see it. But I want to trust Him. Lord, I just don't know how I'm going to make it through this one. I don't know how I'm going to handle this situation. Lord, I just don't know how I'm going to pay this bill. I just can't see how I'm going to handle it. Lord, I just don't see how this is going to work out for me and my husband. I just don't see how we're going to work this thing out. Lord, I just don't see how me and my wife are going to make this thing work. We've just been at it. Lord, I just don't see how my children are going crazy. I just don't see how we're going to just make it through. I just don't see how. Lord, you know the loved one that I love so much now is going on to glory, and I just don't see how. You may not be able to see. Okay? Because as a child of God, we walk by faith
That's right.
and not by sight.
Yes.
Faith says, I'm going to trust him who is faithful.
All right.
And who is faithful? God is faithful, and God said, I will provide a way for you to escape. Now you just got to trust him. Lean on it. Prop yourself up against the promise of God. And then you call on God, and you call on his promise, and you tell God. See, ain't nothing wrong with you telling God.
Amen.
You just simply tell God, God, I don't see how I'm going to make it. I just don't see how I'm going to do it. But God, I'm going to trust you.
Right.
Because I know what you promised. Can y'all do that?
Yes, sir.
That's all you got to do. Lord, I don't see how. But I'm going to lean and prop myself upon you. Because I know you never fail. You ain't gonna fall. And if I can just lean upon God, see, this pulpit may move, but I can lean on God in his promise. God ain't gonna move. He ain't gonna fail. He can't fall. And because God can't fall, I can lean upon him. And if God don't fall, and I'm leaning on God, guess what that tells me? I'm not going to fall neither.
All right. All right.
Even though it may seem like it sometimes. Y'all have heard me tell the story over and over and over and over again. And I'm going to keep on telling it because now the more I see God doing in the past, for I can trust him more in the future.
That's right.
You heard me tell the story when we had all those children running around the house. We had no earthly idea how we were going to raise 6 children. 6 boys at that. 3 of them one time in diapers. And every day my wife would tell me to bring home some diapers. And I said, just use the one you used yesterday. You know, stop by and get some milk. They didn't drunk all of that. I just couldn't see how. At one time, see, my wife was a housewife. She didn't work, and she was at home taking care of those children. And here I am out there trying to make ends meet. And it was just hard. It was hard trying to make ends meet and raise children all at the same time. And dealing with church folk, Brother Wall, all at the same time. It was hard. And I just couldn't see how we was going to make it. And there were many nights I just had to lean on God. Prop myself up against God. I said, Lord, I don't know how we're going to do this. But I just simply believe, God, that you ain't going to put no more on us than we can bear. I just simply believe, God, even though I can't see, I believe you going to make a way. And you know what God did? Do y'all really want to know what God did? Do y'all really want to know? So y'all really don't want to know that. So y'all help somebody. I'm looking back at this couple that got all them little children back there. And while you wondering sometimes how you want to make it with all those children, I'm going to help somebody. You lean on God. You trust God. And even though you may not see how it's going to happen, but guess what? God will provide a way out so you can stand up under it. I am a living testimony that God will provide. He'll make a way.
Amen.
And if he made a way for us,
Yes, sir.
they all got grown. And they all, most of them, not all of them, but most got children of their own. And sometimes they be asking, Dad, how did you all do it? I mean, we only got 2, and we struggle. How did you all do it with 6 of us? Trust God. Now I look back and say, yeah, raised 6 boys we did. Yesterday we had all the grandkids. Not all of them, but one of them birthday was yesterday. He was 5 years old. We had all the other grandkids, most of them, and their children. I'm just lucky. Brother Walls was bad. Brother Walls saw all those children running around my house, in and out, in and out. And then I think, how will these children ever get grown? And then I thought, by the time they get grown,
They're going to have some more.
they're going to have children. And then I'm going to have a bunch of great-grandkids running around. I probably will never remember who they are by then, but you want to know what? Just trust God.
Thousands of
If you really believe in the promises of God, you believe in His faithfulness, that He will provide a way. Let me give you one more and the lesson is yours. 2 Thessalonians 3 and chapter 3 and verse 3. The Lord is faithful. He will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. Now, do y'all believe that?
Yes, sir.
I mean, do you really believe that?
I know.
I mean, there's not a doubt in your